It's mostly understood that protein is very helpful for muscle building and that we need that, and for muscle repair and recovery. And in that same aspect, connective tissue, especially
Mhm.
with our and with joint health, with our collagen. So even like one example, especially if there has been a damage to, like, say, hair, or we're having issues with even maybe hair growth, a simple way to see if it could be your protein intake is just slightly increasing it. Just an
Mm.
example of that connective tissue and collagen like structure. But obviously with that too comes in bone density.
Yeah.
Especially we can attach that to our aging process too. um, Other ones that may not, we may not intuitively think of is protein's very important for our nervous system, for neurotransmitters, for those like signals, the like happy hormones, basically for focusing, for stress resilience. And honestly, in the like functional space, we'll say, but it also comes through to our like chiropractic, like manual care, is a lot of blood sugar balancing, which is, I feel like, very in the highlight of social media, which is a good thing, but just it's coming more to light of the importance of blood sugar balancing. Also, you kind of mentioned with digestion, that it's very helpful for our gut integrity and the actual lumen of our gut, to
Absolutely.
make
Yeah.
sure that that's strong. So yeah, there's a plethora of functions and importance for protein.
Yeah, yeah. And I think your list was pretty good, but I have a little bit of
Go
list here, and
on.
I know there's
Yeah.
some that you missed, and I want to make sure they're
Yes,
highlighted as well too.
please.
You kind of already alluded to like the joint and the bone and the muscle health. Like, yeah, absolutely huge for recovery after physical stress. You don't even
Hmm.
need to just be an athlete to need that
No,
proper
yeah,
recovery. Like
absolutely.
we have wear and tear every single day on our bodies, and we need to be able to heal that.
Hmm.
Yeah, and you kind of already said like, that's a big metabolism boost, so that's actually
Hmm.
going to shift your body into a state where it's more readily to access and burn fat instead
Hmm.
of going
Yeah.
after the muscles. Because if you don't kind of put that protein back into the tank, then your body's going to actually start to more readily first tap kind of like the simple carb and
Yep.
like the glycogens, then it'll
Yep.
go after muscle before it goes after fat. But if you're helping to put that protein back in, then you're going to actually access more of your fats for energy.
Right.
Yeah, love that you said the blood pressure spike. I had that on there, is really important too. So for our diabetic management, protein is a huge piece of that puzzle.
Absolutely. Yeah.
And then also just something to note too. Again, spring, we're gonna have like these allergies, we're gonna have these
Yes.
sicknesses pop
Immune.
up. A lot of those proteins make up a lot of the immune cells for
Hmm.
us, and like literally antibodies are basically all protein
Yep.
chains. Like
Yep.
that's pretty much
Great
most
point.
of what they are.
Yeah.
And huge on balancing mood as well too. That's kind of your neurotransmitters that you were just talking about.
Hmm.
Just backing you up on that and saying,
Yeah.
yep, that's a big piece of it as well too.
Oh my gosh. Yeah. Yeah.
Any
There's
Now that I have that conversation, is there
yeah.
anything else that that's
Oh,
popping up in
yes.
your head that you might want
Yes.
to add to?
I had another note, but um,
Yes.
kind of, I guess, still on the same lines of immune function and just overall, I mean, just, yeah, overall health function is inflammation control.
Yes. Yeah, for sure.
So when there is an inflammatory response going on, we do want to make sure that we are getting your individualized, like, adequate amount of protein to really help either decrease that inflammation, whatever you know may be causing that. So overall, yeah, it does make a big, or plays a big role with inflammatory control.